Welcome back. We are in the middle of camp week, and if you're about ready to send your kids off to camp, there are a few things you need to know. And right now I am joined with parenting expert Mary Frances Bayer. And you just said that you actually just shipped your son off to camp for the first time. And just go ahead and tell us a little bit about separation anxiety, and is it common for kids as they're heading to camp?
It's very common, and it's, in some ways it's very normal. Separation anxiety is the worry or fear that something bad is going to happen when the parent and child are apart from each other. So the child really will do anything to stay with their parent and not separate.
So what are some of the signs you might be seeing, before you go to camp as you're gearing up to go?
Common signs are physical symptoms like a stomach ache, heart palpitations, headaches, just children saying they're not feeling well. And then you'll see kids not doing what they used to do. So say a child will be able to go sleep over at their grandparents, play at a friend's house. If you're watching them regress and want to stay with you all the time, you know there's a real worry or fear that don't want to be away from you, and they probably don't want to go to camp.
So if they say that they're having these symptoms, are they really having them, or are they more of an excuse? I mean, how do you tell the difference?
Most parents know their children. So, the kids who are really sensitive, I would say they're very real. Because it is a normal alarm system response that's a normal response to fear. And that's what separation anxiety is fear.
And so then how can you start to prepare them and get used to the idea of camp so that they really start to get excited to go?
I think the parent has to be in a good place themselves. So letting them know it's normal and it's common to be afraid. I understand, I would expect that from you. And really just carving out a plan. So a plan would be creating a relationship with somebody at that camp. So connecting the child with camp, connecting the child with home, so sending them with ways to write letters home, sending them with items from home so they can be attached to you, and then really exposing them gradually to being away from you. So making sure that they can sleep at someone's house or they could be away from you for a night or two to show that they can do that.
And a lot of times kids will feed off their parents' energy, and if the parent is anxious about their kid going off to camp, what advice can you have for parents?
I would really, I think it's okay to show them, like, I'm going to be thinking about you and I'm going to really miss you when you're gone, but you cannot show them that you're panicked or worried, because that is really alarming to a child. Like, why are they so afraid that something bad's going to happen? Maybe something bad is going to happen. So parents need to, again, they need to connect to the camp so they know how they're going to attach with their child while they're there. And I would also say to parents, seek out your support system, and if that's not enough, probably go talk to someone about why you're having these fears.
And camp can really be a good social experience for kids. Go ahead and tell us the benefits.
Oh my gosh, for myself, I went to sleepaway camp and it was a fabulous experience. I would say to parents, make sure it's something the child's really interested in, because that's a great distraction. They can feel good about themselves when they're there. That they like horseback riding or acting. There's so many choices. And it is good for a child to be away and, realize their independence.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. And for now, we're going to send things over to Emily Lenahan with your .com check.